Hello, viewers. I'm SB, and welcome back to Wantless, where today I am playing with a controller because my shoulder still has not healed. But I think it's been too long for me to keep waiting. So forgive the lack of precision. Honestly, the Steam controller makes this stuff pretty doable. Huge thanks to Andrew Kukless for sending me a Steam controller way back when. The last time I had a really bad RSI. Because this thing has been a lifesaver. So, I mean, Bart Ironmine's right there, right? We are burning through these tier 2s. And I'm kind of curious. So, Bart has both a wall and a barrier effect up. And so we can see the difference here. Wall is just some amount of shielding. You know, it's just extra THP on top of your HP. The way barrier works here, it's basically just designed to absorb like a hit for however much. It has a damage number on it technically, but that damage number is so high that it's just like it just eats the next hit. It seems like it'd be a useful thing to have. I'm sure like stacking multiple wall effects inside of a single skill will see their overall effectiveness reduced the same way as damage, but you can probably put a wall and a barrier in together, right? I don't know. I mean, honestly, heart recurrence probably isn't bad either. All right. Let's try it. Old pretentious Bart Ironmind. Ugh. Pretentious is bad news. Alright, Tier 3 Hollow Dreams abscise one reclusion to prove to Bart that he can be transposed. Let's see if that is in fact the case. I'm feeling powerful-ish, right? Like... Okay, this is a special one. The environs are certainly interesting. All right, it says our one target should be right in this room. Yo! All right, that's something. Reclusion. Shield yourself from the outside. On the unlikely event that you'll need something that's not already within, bring it inside. Absorb it. Stay in control. Tanky, force fields, want to be left alone. Listen, I get it. I hear you. And distrust goes right along with it. They're after you. Who? Why, everyone there is and ever was, of course. Don't trust anyone. No, not yourself either. It's only a matter of time before you're at the heart of your own treason. Okay, so this thing's going to summon enemies. It's basically just going to like wall up and summon garbage at us. Well, here's the thing about that. I am actually very good at that strategy my own self. So I think we want to just go ahead and start with the ranger, right? I see no reason not to deploy the ranger immediately. And I probably should have done that adjacent because like, let's put up the shields and the thorns. Okay, I do still have access to my keyboard. What's the button? Okay, I alt click. So we know you have begrudge. Summons a grudge. 4 AP with a 3-turn cooldown. Well, I've already fed you enough AP. We don't know what else you have. I think I am going to I'm gonna approach. Do I want to spend dash for it? No, I'm just gonna walk. Alright. They're putting up thorns. Loss is seldom fair, and injustice sticks to your soul. Let it macerate for too long, and it'll breed monsters. For example, Warhammer Fantasy Dwarves. Okay, so high melee damage, swift, and it has fragile eyes, which is a thing to be concerned about. things have force fields. My dude can't be bothered to actually attack. That's fine. Okay, so pure damage does get through. We don't really have any pure damage, but it is worth noting. Do I have the definition? What are these effects? Blocks line of sight and stops moving entities. Okay, that's not a big deal. So it renders the entity impervious to damage, but it doesn't stop it from receiving effects. At least there's nothing in the definition there to suggest that it stops it from receiving effects. So I should think that I am still able to throw up the Spider Ghastly Missile. The direct damage portion will be nullified, but we can at least get some poison in. And then that's giving you, I mean, you have lots of AP as it is. I'm debating whether I even want to do anything else. I might want to just tap because I don't want to empower these things any further on this turn. Okay, so the thorns are doing good work. Ow! Holy shit. Okay. You're poisoned. You're dead. Really, you're dead. My plan was to try to burn through one of the distrusts so that we're not getting quite so much summon garbage, and then go after the reclusion. But I think actually we may have to clear them both because they do way more damage than I was expecting. I don't think we're going to survive this. So, unfortunately, it's a little hard to predict. I mean, I guess I'm going to alleviating breath. I don't know that it's going to matter. We could move to here and just throw a couple punches. Yeah, I think I just want to clear out this grudge. Okay. So I don't know exactly how many AP that attack required. Their big, horrifying gunshot. How many turns do I have left on you? 2. Right now you're at exactly 8. Yeah, I'll let you just have your turn. It's a shame that he's not smart enough to not shoot at the enemy who's going to die to poison damage. Yep, just sit over there and enjoy the silence. All right, there goes my brains, kind of all over the wall. We're going to go ahead and come back here. 50% HP, I think, will be enough to let me survive another shot. Got that disconnection sickness, so we got to watch our awareness. You have 7 HP and are poisoned. That can be disregarded. You're going to... What is the timing of this? Are you going to stop existing at the end of my turn, or... I'm just going to resummon. I think it is best that I resummon. We don't have the ability to shield. What I would really like to do here is spend 4 AP. So I'm trying to figure out the way that I want to do that where I stay in the shadow of this thing. I think what I end up doing is this. Alright, that's fine. You're poisoned. Oh! Teleportation. And now you're living in a force field. That's pretty fun. Okay, well, I'm gonna hit the old buckler harvest. Click, there we go. I mean, you're able to begrudge really any time now. So I think I'm gonna save my missiles. Targets a wide line for one turn before inflicting fragilize and then doing all the hot murders. But you're not currently winding that shit up. I mean, once again, I think I'm just gonna run behind a wall here. If I spend another 4 AP, my man gets another turn. But it's not gonna matter because the distrust is not going to move out of... Yeah, I'm just gonna end the turn. The distrust isn't going to move out of the force field until after my robot's turn. Or the force field's not going to end, rather, you know. Okay. Now we're doing it. Now we're live. Need to move a little closer. One should do it, right? Let's get some debuffs up. And then, like, you're at 3. I think I might just run to here. Doesn't give them a huge amount to work with, although this guy has a huge amount of AP saved up anyway. Just lets the grudge sit in place. Yeah, I think I'm just going to run to here and pass. That gives our guy enough damage to start shooting. He is... not necessarily focused on the target I would prefer him to be focused on. Alright, that thing's killing itself on the thorns, which is rad. This thing's gonna try to kill the me instead, which is less rad. I do not think that is rad. What it is, however, is vulnerable. So, okay, let's step here and just... I mean, just light him up, right? So this costs 3 now. It deals 42 to 63. It's probably better to do 3 punches. Or, I mean, like, I don't know if this is even going to buy me an extra hit. These things hit really hard. But I think I'm going to do that in 2 punches instead. Yeah, I'm a little slower, a little clumsier in the UI. Apologies, everybody. All right. My friend was too fleeting. Are you gonna summon again soon? I think so, but maybe we can prevent it. Maybe I don't have to let it happen. Let's drop the missile. And then take 1 step so that my ranger gets to fire this turn. Ow. Never mind. I'm glad I put the missile back up. At this point, I don't think it makes sense to do anything other than just rain damage. Like, let's just go all the way in. Because it's only 200 HP to get through, and he's going to take poison damage. Oh, gosh. Do I think I'm going to be able to do that? Honestly, no, I don't. I don't think so. What does this cost me? 3? Because I could do a Fear Spear into a... I mean, I guess I wouldn't, though, right? The Fear Spear really just isn't that much more damage than the Punch. Like, do I want to give them the extra AP? I don't know. So the shielding doesn't wear off. You know what? I am going to do this right now. Okay, yeah, and it continues to stack up on top of it. That's pretty grand, actually. And then, like, the difference... It's a difference between you having 10 AP and 11. Do I think it's going to matter? I think no, because I think this is... This turn you're about to have is the last turn you're ever going to have. So let's hope that I didn't just do horrible things to myself. Alright, the Begrudge, pretty unavoidable. You are almost certainly not dead to poison. Now you are likely dead to poison, but I don't feel confident enough, I think. And then I'm just going to employ Dash, even though we don't really need it. Just to get me some, you know, like maximum distance from the Grudge. Okay. The little bit of efficiency. Traveling more than my, traveling a greater distance than the number of AP I had to spend to travel. I think really worked out there. Alright, I'm pretty sure we're going to summon you. And then I'm going to punch the shit out of this thing. Alright, you saw me, yeah, generate 5. That'll work. Oh, it's gone berserk. Wow. Okay, I was not expecting it to be able to attack for 2. Concerning. Well, let's do our missile. As we so often do. And then I can, at the very least, sort of tilt things in my favor here with a repelling shock. You'll have 6 AP, but you'll be 5 spaces away from me. Alright. I think that was good. I'm going to save the reapplication of the barrier. Because next turn we'll be able to summon a guy again, and I'm hoping to get to do the thing where we give him the thing as well. So, like, you have 2 AP right now, and we suspect, based on what we've just seen, that 2 AP is enough to do grievous bodily harm to me. I think I'm just going to leave. I'm just going to dash out and not give you any more AP than that. Let you take some poison damage, do this thing, and then it is time for a slightly greater turn. That's got you at 3, and then I need to, like, repelling shock again. He's going to be able to reach me this time, but at least we're not going to get hit, like, a bunch. Okay, yeah, that was pretty good. And now the Fragilize is up. So this is the time to go nuts, right? We definitely want a Ghastly Missile just for the raw damage output because it is so much better than our other attacks. And then what do I have left? 6. Yeah, you just punch him to death, right? Okay, that got a little scary. Yeah, go ahead and pull me out. I think we're good. Welcome back to beautiful, beautiful reality. I'm feeling good about that. Wow. Okay. I did not look at... Did we know we were going to get that much XP? Was that a thing that was on the... I guess it said plus 1,500 on the thing. I didn't even clock that as a meaningful reward. All right, we get to take everything home, which is rad. Haha, see? You failed to transpose me. Iron Mind! All right, Godspeed, you beautiful liar. It's interesting that he's going to go around lying about what happened there, but we still gained the reputation. Maybe people can tell. Hey, I found a guy. He claims to have been a friend of your dead patient's. Pum's seen him already. He's waiting at the bar. He's a mess, but we might not get another chance to figure this out. All right, well done, dealer. I'll go talk to him. Also, my friend, do you have fun stuff for me? Ooh, plus 16% total identical effect stacking effectiveness. This is a cool stat to have in the game. I think that's really clever. 7 too, Jesus. I mean, I get believe me, I get wanting to lower the discipline weight of your stuff, but 7? 7 feels like it's just a little too much. I guess I actually really don't have a lot of tokens right now. I mean, how good is my abandoned robe, really? I don't know. I don't think it's amazing. All right, I don't think I want any of this stuff. Okay. I wish you would get the shards, in the end of mission screen. I gotta remember to come to the transposer log before we go to the shop. All right. To the mind tree, where we have earned 5 learning points, which is pretty fantastic. Okay, so got our passions. I mean, am I just going for welcoming immediately? I think so. An additional trinket slot's pretty cool. How do we access that? Because I have discipline. Efficiency synapses power bonus is doubled. That's kind of cool. Where am I going next is the question, right? We could grab extroversion real quick. It's an extra starting awareness. 3 health for every 100 discipline. Really doesn't feel like that much, does it? Oh, I think, okay, see, this kind of looks like a path, but I think actually you have to get to this from here. I can't seem to, yeah, here we go. Can't seem to zoom in very easily. Yeah, okay, there's a little line running from here, and there isn't one on this side. And if we go this way, ooh, we'll be a single mind key away from unlocking some stuff that's pretty rad. The other thing we could do is we could go deeper into Summon Town. Totems have Magnify, which is pretty great. I think an extra trinket slot's kind of a big deal, though. And there is 80 discipline on that road as well. Let's do this. We'll grab resourcefulness with our next point, and then we'll go back into Summon Town. Ooh, self-improvement leads to elegance. That's rad. So the question is, do I want resourcefulness right now or do I want welcoming? I think maybe I actually take resourcefulness because we kind of don't have the discipline to run the totem skill right now anyway. We'll come back for welcoming. That's a high priority. Got an extra trinket slot. What's going in there? I mean, this balance chip certainly is not bad. Bonus discipline is useful. We could get our interaction range back. 14% more shielding is certainly not meaningless. Yeah, I think we don't actually have like amazing trinkets right now, but it'll be good to have the slot open. So I think I am kind of torn between like the balance chip and the hyper nutrients. Affliction resistance, I'm not so worried about. Like, we're not getting a lot of afflictions. We're not dealing all that much pain damage, I don't think. So it's like 14% on my shielding versus... Yeah, I guess let's do this. So that means skill-wise, we actually have a little bit of ceiling now. If we build this rod totem into something, what are we looking at in terms of cost? Dealing 4 to 5 fear damage for every AP you use. Like, if I wanted this thing to... But I probably wanted to apply strike. And then, like, what else? It can apply another poison. Just on things that are not poisoned already. Oh, we can have it gust. You know? I don't hate that. It's not a very expensive effect either. Alright, so we did pull our heart recurrence, and that's interesting. Crafted skill has a minimum cooldown of 2. If we were to just throw it on like a 3/3, what are we looking at there in terms of cost? It's actually runnable. And it just pulses damage and wipes out like enemy corpses and stuff. Obviously the 3 cost is a little harsh. We can just barely afford to run it at 2 cost. Obviously, I'd prefer to use a 2/2, but we don't have one. I think this'll do. Synapse's minimum cooldown. I know. It does feel a little silly. I mean, do I want to mess with the effect anymore? The other thing we could have it doing is pulsing barrier every time it discharges, right? Actually, maybe that's kind of brilliant. It's much more expensive. Okay, so if we allow it to be a little bit worse, if it's doing damage to enemies around and it's placing a barrier on us every turn, that actually feels really good, I think. Let's go ahead and forge that. Seems like it should be useful. Okay. Yeah. So, we don't actually need the balance chip. So we're really just, like, we have enough discipline without it. So we're looking at 37 health versus healing and shielding. I'm going to swap this out. I should have done the neural forging first. That would, I think, made that a little bit more, a little bit easier. All right, what's up with the patients? We've met this old addict who's a friend of the late Moral. Ah, the altar thought. Finally. I've waited for you. It's been too long since I've last been transposed. Been starting to want again. So the wantlessness it wears off, I guess. Sometimes, at least in some cases. The usual, you know, a bit of warmth, A gentle smile, an attentive stare. Oh, that's no good, that's no good. Oh, thank God for transposition, right? God or whoever. Still not ready for the long nap, so let's just get rid of the superficial wants. Okay, right, there's different levels of wantlessness that can be conferred. Yeah, I can still deal with having to take a leak. Okay, that's not a want, really. Upsize the old man's need for affection. Ooh, to get a dull mind key. And permanent deception at the cost of a lot of your health. I don't know if I would wear this cloak, but I sure would like that mind key. Yeah, let's do it. So you knew Morrill? Oh yeah, he lived in a little shack right next to my own shelter. Always boasting that awkward closed-mouth smile of his. Were you close? Well, no one's close to anyone anymore. I think that may be this guy projecting, given, what his particular wants are. But we did chat a few times. And I'm pretty sure I've heard a thing or two that'll catch your interest. Which you'll gladly share in exchange for the extraction of some of your unfulfilled desires. Are you sure you haven't had enough transpositions for this lifetime, sir? I can't recall important events on a wanting mind now, can I? Oh, poor old Morrill. Our services aren't usually free, so whatever you have to say, it better be worth it. It's okay, Pum. It's just a routine operation. Let's get this done. I bet this guy doesn't know anything. But whatever, he seems to need this. I guess I'm okay with being taken for a ride here. Uh-oh. No, not again. Pum, tell me you're getting this. Loud and clear. What's worrying you? This looks exactly like Morrill's mind. What? The structure isn't the same, but the heavy feel, the aura, it's awfully similar. Alright, well, the old man's fast asleep here. I've increased sedation quite a bit, and you're not diving as deep this time. If anything happens, just yell, and I'll get you out right away. Let's make this quick. I'll keep an eye on him. You focus and be careful. Okay, it is a little worrying. So we don't have a calculation for our objective, and I don't like the symbol above the waymarked route, but there's nothing else for us to do. Yo! Yeah, thumbs down. Thumbs down on that. Pum? Hush now. The resigned, the liar, birds of a feather do flock together. By the time I'm done with this one, he will be begging for his past vexations. You, on the other hand, I'm not done with you. Sail south, where the fog extinguishes both sun and sanity. And if you don't, well, if you don't, then there won't be enough fog in the world to hide the pile of corpses I'll raise in your name. Don't be long, little deceiver. Okay, I don't like that thing having knowledge of the outside world. That's concerning to me. And what the fuck are you? A deception. Crafting the appropriate lie to ease your way through a situation. There's beauty in that. Truth, on the other hand, it holds no objective, measurable value. It is but another of mankind's senseless obsessions. Yeesh. Alright, well, I'm stunned, and you have AP, and I'm taking a very small amount of damage. You are on the watch, which means there are invisible enemies in the room. While on the watch, skills can target empty tiles, as hitting an invisible enemy will reveal it. Okay, that's cool. So there's a couple of corruption tiles around here. I mean, I feel like, given what that guy just did, I feel like I want to throw down the totem, right? I'm going to Oh, well. It turns out attempting to move into the enemy also reveals. Yeah, I really want to... I think I want to throw down the totem and do the buckler thing. So I'm just going to put the totem down here, even though that's, like, not optimal coverage. I guess I could put it down here and then step. 2,000 HP is a lot. No, the thing is I need to not spend any AP on movement. Because I want a buckler harvest. But I also definitely want to get the ghastly missile up. So we need to spend exactly everything here. Okay, a little bit of fabrication. I get my barrier. So he just built some enemies. We're on the watch, which means there are more enemies in the room. I don't, at the moment, have the ability to summon in my ranger as well, but we're going to fix that after this fight. And I kind of want to just, like, wail on him, right? We don't know exactly what he's going to do. But yeah, I don't really have a lot of, like, fancy shit to apply. I guess there's no reason not to breath myself back to nearly full. And then, like... if I repelling shock you, you're no longer taking totem damage, so... punch gets you totem damaged, and then, like, is that it? Or do I wanna go all in and suffer the additional consequences? I guess I'm probably gonna get barriered here. Twice. And if the instances of barrier stack up, I can probably afford to take several hits this turn. Thanks. Barrier. And shield and thorns. Alright, covering the ground with garbage. And, you know, there's a part of me that maybe wishes that I had... that I had set up the gust totem, but it's fine. Alright, we'll just refresh the high damage stuff, and then... I only get one barrier this turn. This guy just... he doesn't hit all that hard, honestly. I'm just going to punch him. I'm just going to hit all of the button. Hit the button the maximum number of times. Get the maximum number of totem discharges. Stack up a couple barriers. Alright, man's on the run. How much time do you have left? 2 turns. I kind of wonder... now that he's moved away, I wonder if it makes sense to put up the ranger instead. We'll have harvest available next turn. I kind of think I want to put up a ranger. Because I don't think he's going to take the totem damage. The damage and barrier thing is really working out, though. Just think. Just wait until I can do this properly. Like... so I have no idea where he might be. He's probably out there in the dark. I might not want to even do anything else. Wow, okay, he just fully killed that guy. Alright, it turns out Bulwark Rod. It turns out Harvest. It turns out Spider Missiles for you, friend. I hate to say a thing like this because I know it seems like tempting fate, but I'm actually feeling very tough. Alright, I think it's just punch him 4 times, honestly. I see no reason to get fancier with it than that. We don't need the heal. So So it seems like I can only stack up to 2 charges of barrier. Ooh, okay. So do I need to kill all of these? Oh, okay, well there's, you know, it's not actually all that challenging. So I do this, I can refresh your poison. I can burn one of those things. I can... The thing is, I don't want him to be able to attack me from outside the range of the totem. So I can move to here and punch you. Oh, okay, I don't have to wipe out all the extras. I just have to wipe out. If I had realized that, I would have saved the missile, but I assumed this was a thing where I was going to have to clear all of his images before I could interact with him directly again. Okay, well, that being the case, do I want to, like, step around here? My Bulwark Rod is not going to deal damage to him, but it is going to stack up barrier, but, like, I already have 1 charge of barrier. I think I'm actually fine where I'm at. I'm just going to let him go here. Get my other barrier. Let you stockpile. Okay, he is going to soul bond to a different one every turn. That makes some sense. Ooh, alright. Don't love that. Don't know exactly what it portends, but I don't love it. Alright, so we're going to dash over to here. Alright, that wipes out the soul screen, and now you're gonna take... I can't get back. That's a shame. You're already at 8 AP. I'm just gonna let you hit him twice, I think. The totem's really working out. And 75 poison damage besides. He's trying. Alright. I think we're just about done here. Unfortunately, I can't clear the soul screen this turn. And I do think I need to just, like, run maximum distance. Are you completely invulnerable while soul screened? Yes. Most unfortunate. I was kind of hoping it was maybe one of those things where, like, new effects can't be applied, but he would still take damage from the poison. But no such luck. Alright, I don't love whatever dim is being applied to me in the near future. So it's going to cost me 4 AP to get into range to knock off the soul bond. I guess probably not actually 4 AP, right? I can get... Let me toggle Awakening here. Do I get a lot of extra range on anything? No, it looks like no. I think Repelling Shock is the only thing that gains that range. Well... Okay, if we step to here... Well, I won't... Shoot, I was going to say we could drop the totem onto this corruption space. And it'll have... Oh, it won't have enough range to reach anyway. Never mind. None of this plan makes any sense at all. Yeah, I think I'm just going to get dimmed. I don't have the ability to stop it from happening. So I'm going to move to here. I'm going to throw the Bulwark Rod down over there. And then I'm just going to, I guess, step Alright. The darkness is stacking up. The rod is in position to wipe out that enemy at the beginning of the turn here. So I think we're in good position to actually like do some real work. This guy catches a punch. And now that we're no longer soul screened, you get some shit refreshed on you. And I really want to get back to adjacency. I want to get within barrier range. Well, no, you know what? I have 1,000,000 health. I do not need barrier range. Let's go ahead and fire an attack. Because he's quite low. The poison's not quite going to finish him this turn, but it's going to get close. Alright, and then I have dash available, so I think I can probably remove the soul screen. Yep, there's still at least one of those little guys left, but I am disregarding that. Ooh, I don't think I am going to be able to get the soul screen off. Shit. Well, nothing for it, I suppose. Yeah, you show him, Totem. The Totem has a lot of health. It's actually pretty helpful. I can't believe he ended his turn there. We are definitely in a good position now. I think this missile should do it, actually. Yeah, alright. Tier 2 bosses ain't got nothing on us. Oh, never mind. Things are going sideways. The moment I open my big dumb mouth. Iris, are you okay? The patient pump, huh? I managed to contain him. He's restless and incoherent, but safe. For now. The disconnection's going to be turbulent. He's not supposed to be awake. Turbulent is survivable, though, right? Fatal error in terms of, like, the health of the process, not me. I hope. Alright, couple of points. Pretty good stuff. Down south. Down south. Okay. It's information I had already, but... Oh my. How did you even contain him in this state? Well, we saw it coming. I saw signs during transposition that reminded me of Moral's case. I'd fish for detail, but I need to get this gentleman to a more appropriate facility before he manages to hurt himself through the bindings. I'll be sure to send you a message as soon as things settle down. You should tread carefully, Iris. Once is an accident. Twice is something else. It was there again. The same apparition I saw in Moral's mind. It froze me like a bug or something, and it spoke to me. Alright, slow down, Iris. You saw the same seemingly conscious entity in two separate minds. We've seen the driver fail to parse information before, and there's that inner thing you sometimes manifest. But unparsed entities aren't conscious, nor are they consistent across minds. And Inar, he's part of my own psyche, so he can't interact with the patient's mind at all. Then, how? Yeah, how? A newly found disease? A bug with our transposition driver? I'd love for it to just be me hallucinating, but these patients' states are very real. And you said it spoke. It threatened me, strongly implied it would hurt more people if I didn't sail south inside the fog. Not even sure where it meant by that. A hacker? You know, some people really resent transposition. They're not all wrong, either. Is it even possible to hack a transposition driver? Difficult, but not unheard of. I'd say that's our working hypothesis until we learn more. How do we learn more? We sail south. Well, you don't think it's bluffing, do you? It hasn't proven to be the bluffing type so far. Okay, that's grim. You know, we can travel further now. Dealers brought in some new items. Let's have a quick look. Ooh, fancy neuro-spiked prosthetics increasing fear and pain damage. +1 maximum simultaneous afflictions on enemies is interesting. So it would change our attack. Oh, we don't have any. That's 6,000 tokens. What am I even looking at that for? I was like, this seems really good. We should buy this. Yeah, if you could run that, it would be really good. Changes your punch to a push. I think I like my push, or I like my punch being available. So this deals fear damage equal to 8% of your shield and barrier combined. Because of the way the barrier works, where it's not just absorb X hits, it has a great big giant number on it. I feel like Shield Bash is really designed to be used not just with shield. It's really Barrier Bash. Because otherwise you're never going to stack up enough for the number to be meaningful. I'm going to buy this. I don't know if we're going to use it right away, but we're going to buy it. And I'm going to remember to open up the transposer log. Okay, we didn't actually obtain any currency for that. Let's jump into our mine tree here. I think we definitely want to actually take welcoming this time. And then... Okay, sorry, I have to convert that. Are you sure you want to use your dull mind key to break this seal? Honestly, maybe. Start every turn with at least one overcharge per 5,000 used discipline. What is overcharge? Stack excess AP to spend before your actual AP. Okay, so it gives me a version of stockpile, essentially. I don't know that I think that's all that valuable. Gosh, Boundless Ambition seems very good too, huh? I guess there is a question. Does removing an affliction, like does applying an affliction over top of itself count as removing the old affliction while putting the new one down? I bet for power level reasons it doesn't. Eclecticism seems incredibly good. But at the same time, I don't know that we can afford to run stuff with +1 effect slot. But we're in position to pick up a lot of discipline bonuses really quickly here on our way out to Elegance. So, you know what? I am going to pop this. And, you know, we're not actually at our discipline cap. We could potentially improve something. So if I were to plug in another effect here, let's say... What would be interesting? Obviously not this. I was just looking to see if our how our new wall compared to the old wall. Yeah, the fact is I don't really have like a plan here. Obviously applying another strike is not great. Yeah, maybe I'm not really in a position to make use of that just yet. It seems so powerful though, right? If I were to say tack a... Okay, yeah, we could totally tack one effect onto one skill without breaking things. You know, I might want to take a moment to consider this. I think we're going to start next episode by sailing south. We're going to end this one right here. That's going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. When you come back next time, I will have spent a little time looking through our skills and maybe playing around with things. We might be undergoing a little bit of a rebuild. And then into the fog we go. And we'll see you then.